Jeff here with all my renegades, and today we have a special little episode because I missed Wednesday. I got super sick with COVID, and then I felt better for a day, and then yesterday was just the day before yesterday was a pretty hard day on me. I had planned to make a video, and it just wasn't working. So today I'm going to make one. We have a lot to go over, so let's just get right into this. Before we start, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure you hit those notifications because as we transition from the bear market to the bull market, my channel is going to take off again. It's just all about interest. I do really well in the YouTube search engine. So if you want to find a video of mine, check it out on YouTube search and Google. My videos do really well there. That's where I get like 90% of my views. So let's just get right into this. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope your 4th of July went well, and let's go. So give me 1 second to share my screen with you here, and we will get started. Okay. So first I want to go over a tweet from Dfinity today because this is something incredible and huge on the internet computer. They just had an impressive showcase for the Biddle Bitcoin Hackathon finale. Biddle is just build. And so the thing that a lot of people say about Bitcoin is it doesn't have any use case. You can't make any NFTs. Well, you can make ordinals, right? So Bitcoin is actually expanding through the internet computer and the direct integration. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. A huge congratulations to all the winners and finalists. We saw many great projects unlocking the true potential of Bitcoin on ICP. Main track winners are going to be all of these guys: B Wallet, DeFi Ordinals, IRSC, and then the Blue Sky winners: Rakeoff app, ZBank Payroll, and ICP Builder. We warmly welcome these outstanding projects to join the World Computer Mission. Special thanks to Encode Club for their invaluable support. So if you want to check this tweet out, it's on Dfinity right here, just a few tweets down, so you can check that out. This is pretty awesome, though. DeFi Ordinals, innovating lending borrowing platform for CKBTC. And so this kind of leads us into our next part. We are already directly integrated with Bitcoin. I know we've talked about this on the channel, but this is really important for the next thing that's happening, which is going to be the Ethereum integration. And see what we've unlocked with Bitcoin already. Imagine the possibilities of unlocking a direct integration with Ethereum, which means that it's basically like Fort Knox. And there's no way that somebody can be a bad actor or a malicious creator or developer, anything like that, because of the direct integration, right? It's all ran on ECDSA, SIG threshold signing, right? And if you don't know what that is, just imagine the internet's encryption times 10. Okay. And what does it do? Well, think DEXs, like decentralized exchanges offering Bitcoin trading pairs. And you can't do that on Bitcoin, right? Because it doesn't have smart contracts. And that's why it being directly integrated with ICP is so massive, because everything else just uses a bridge, and bridges got hacked, all the time, lost $2 billion in 2022. So this is why this is game changing. This is why internet computer is going to be a top 5 crypto. Now, is it going to happen by 2025? That I cannot tell you, right? So that could happen, I would say, closer to about 2030. It could be a top 5 crypto. It might happen in 2025 if it really gets mass adoption and people see the full potential of it with the Ethereum integration. Think trading pairs, decentralized fundraisers accepting Bitcoin, or Web3 SocialFi services allowing Satoshis to be sent via chat messages. This is just so groundbreaking and revolutionary that people are going to start to understand what this means. And this is where we are heading next. Ethereum integration with ICP, a back and forth, right? So it's going to be an Ethereum integration with ICP and ICP integration with Ethereum. It's kind of a double, like a wormhole, right? That you can go both ways. A true world computer enables a multi-chain environment where centralized bridges, like I was saying, that can be hacked, are obsolete. And that's good. because that will save people $2 billion a year or more. And smart contracts can seamlessly communicate across blockchains and not just Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum are just the first ones. And here's kind of a model of what it is. Ethereum ran on top of basically threshold signing. Here's the threshold signature thing, and it's just really complicated. But if you think of it as just a direct access without any kind of um, like I said, Fort Knox, right? There's no access to it for the normal people, right? So or anybody really. So ICP already integrates with the Bitcoin network, and native ETH integration is underway. So you don't have to have wrapped Ethereum like the traditional DeFi or wrapped Bitcoin, so that you can participate in DeFi. So this is going to be huge. This is going on right now. It might take a little bit longer than thought, and same with Bitcoin, but it happened, right? And it's already been done, and now Ethereum's next. So smart contracts on the internet computer are the glue between the world's most important blockchains. So this is just, it is so fire. This also uses chain key ECDSA signatures. It's a threshold sign like native Bitcoin on ICP. Ethereum transactions could be signed using ECDSA signatures. ICP already now offers threshold ECDSA signing capabilities, referred to as chain key ECDSA signing. Every canister smart contract would have an ECDSA key pair, actually it can have many, that it could use to derive an Ethereum address and sign transactions. A private signing key would be secret, shared among many nodes, and periodically reshared. ECDSA signatures are computed using cryptographic multi-party computation (MPC) protocols, which are resilient against attacks by malicious parties, just like I was saying. So chain key ECDSA signing could be accessed by canisters through the ECDSA API. So this is going to be so amazing for the future of the internet computer. It's just something that I have really, really resonated with, and why I believe the internet computer is definitely one of my favorite cryptos. I like Bitcoin and Ethereum. I have a few others that I like, but nothing is doing the same thing the internet computer does. That's proof, right? So I want to take you guys over to the dashboard real quick, because we are over 2 billion blocks now. Last time we talked about this, I think we were just either under 2 billion or just over it. And this is the cool part, right? So ICP does not burn its own crypto, right? ICP. So what burning is where you basically black hole some ICP to bring more value to the network. Well, what is going on here is cycles, right? So these cycles are used to run decentralized applications like DeFi, where you can trade like on Uniswap, stuff like that. Those are DeFi protocols, like decentralized exchanges. And these dApps, you can use these cycles to run them, which it doesn't cost any money to use those. So on Ethereum, if you want to use a dApp, you have to connect your wallet and pay an Ethereum fee each time that you use that dApp. On the internet computer, you don't have to do that, because the people who build the dApp, they buy cycles. And this is what is burnt, right? Cycle burn rate. Over 2 billion cycles per second are burning. That means that there are so many dApps running on the internet computer, and they have to use ICP to buy cycles, and then they put the cycles on their dApps and it runs it. It's a reverse gas fee model. It's really incredible. 90-day average is over 5 billion per second. And so the transactions, they range from either 4,000 all the way up to 12,000 transactions per second. But the average, I would say, is about 4,000 to 5,000. I've seen it at 3,000 before, but not for a long time. And the neurons fund. So these are all the reasons why ICP is going to absolutely be a top 5 crypto, and maybe by 2025. But I'm thinking more towards about 2029, 2028, 2029, maybe 2030. 2030 might start to get into the bear market. So I'm thinking, maybe 2029. we will be top 5. But it could happen sooner. If the SEC thing didn't happen, then I would say that yes, we would at least be top 5, top 10 by 2025. So, and that still might happen as well. So let's get into some price action now. We did reach my price target up here. We broke out of like a little ascending triangle type deal. And then it broke down, went back up, and then we have another rejection. So each time that it goes down to these lower prices are really good entry points to get into ICP. As you see, we got rejected here, went above the RSI, got rejected again. So this isn't as important as the weekly one. We're not going to look at that today, but I do want to make note of these moving averages at 419 and 420. They are going to be pretty massive levels for the internet computer to get above again. As you see, each time we're above this, we get rejected. We get above it, we get rejected. But it's really important that we confirm this level. We started to confirm it here, and then a massive dump back down to 395, actually kind of where I said that time too. That was a guess though, this one. I mean, it was an educated guess, but this was a technical analysis where I brought you guys up to that point right here. So let's get over to the smaller time frames. We can go to the 4-hour. As you see, again, we have just been in kind of a downtrend. We did have a massive breakout up here, but then we got overbought up here. So it kind of created selling pressure all the way down. And we got rejected by the RSI over and over again. The cool part is the RSI is way lower now. If we go any lower, we're going to be oversold, and there's going to be a lot of buying pressure, just like there was selling pressure up here. We do have some sort of a falling wedge here. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, so this is kind of a good sign on the 4-hour. We do need to get above 414 and 420 to get to the upside of this falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern if we can break out to the upside. We do have maybe a possible descending triangle right here though, because the price is descending down a little bit. So let's just take a look and see about that. Yeah, so we have a descending triangle right here. If it kind of breaks to 404, we do have a little bit of support at about 4. It looks like it wants to break out to the upside. Each pattern in the bear market is really hard to call because it likes to do the opposite. Because there's not momentum. When you don't have momentum, these patterns just need a lot of volume to break out. So let's just talk about everything that we talked about real quick. So ICP, oh, everybody's here. Cool. Good to see you guys. Vivian, good to see you here. Thank you for coming today. And Hank, oh man, thank you. So let's just go over the price and then we'll kind of go backwards from there. Right now, ICP is staying above $4, which is pretty important, pretty key. Confirming that 395 level with a swing wick low, but things are different with ICP than they were about a month ago, right? We had some serious momentum. We were above $5. Things were actually starting to turn into the bull market a little bit. I mean, just starting to move that way. We're not in the bull market by far, but we're starting to recover and have things happen. We're going to have some massive resistance still at about 460. Then all the way about $5, I would say, is going to be our big area to get above. But the level that's really important is that 450, 460 area. And we need at least probably 50 to 100 million volume on that day, or a consistent like 40 million per day on the week. And we can move to the upside. The reason that we're not going up is because of the volume. We have about 13 million in volume. each day that I've been looking at it. On my website, it got me excited because I was like, I looked over there and it said 512 or 520, and it just hasn't updated. I might have to update that widget. I was like, yes, dude, internet computer's back above $5, but it wasn't. So, um, but then you have what we were talking about, the cycles, right? All of these things are important to know, not just the price. And that's why I'm not really just concentrating on the price today, because if you understand the internet computer, it is built on developers, right? It is one of the leading developer oriented communities. They really support their developers. That community fund that you saw goes towards developers. They have crowdfunding. They have all sorts of these things that bring value to the internet computer. The three things we always look for in knowing where the price is going to go is the ecosystem, technical analysis, and the news, right? So these things always affect the way that this project is going to move, and the bad news kind of brought us back down. Now we're kind of living off of our ecosystem, and we're using TA to figure out, well, where is this news going to bring us, right? So, but those cycles burn rate are going to lower the total amount of ICP, which adds to the demand, and it lessens the supply, right? So supply and demand is basic capitalism, right? The less of something you have, the more it's worth. Just like gold, just like anything else. And so when you burn stuff, you have to be careful because the SEC can come after you if you don't do it in a correct way. So the NNS, where they do the staking and they transition projects into DAOs, and they offer the community fund. This is a DAO itself, right? The NNS. So it's not run by an entity. It's run by a decentralized autonomous organization, which means that it cannot be controlled by one person. It has governance. And so that's what brings value to ICP as well, as the staking. The more ICP that's locked up for the long term is part of the ecosystem, right? And it's going to bring value. Then they burn those cycles and allow us to use those dApps without having to pay these massive gas fees, right? So let's be honest, the platforms built on ICP don't really have it yet. Dude, has anyone else integrated with Bitcoin without a bridge? It does have it yet. So what you're talking about is some of the people building on ICP don't have it yet. Get that correct, right? So it is not the internet computer. So a game is just starting to be developed. They put out a demo. It's not fully done yet, right? That could be a problem, but that's not the internet computer problem. That's the developer problem. So it all is about the developers on the internet computer. Getting one of the big boys to jump ship would be the biggest thing. So you guys are really going to see some big names come into the internet computer. Paris Hilton is already in with the Origin Foundation. I know that's kind of, who cares, right? But I'm just telling you that these big value people that have a lot of money are starting to see value in the internet computer. And like somebody just, talking something about it, it's not going to change anything, right? Bob Bodley is the original kind of Bitcoin ordinals guy over there. There's some really intelligent, smart people. ICP Jesse, you got Blockchain Boy, who's on with ICP. Crypto is good. We have, Six Figs. We have a lot of people that have come over here. We have BitBoy Crypto making ICP videos. So the big boys are here, okay? Or they have been at least. And that's something that you need to understand when you talk about ICP, and just get a little bit of education about it. And that's why I'm making these videos, so that you can understand why I'm here, right? I saw Bitcoin at a low level and I bought it, and I did really well. It's been a hard bear market, right? I did not get out when I knew I should have. I had a plan the whole time and I didn't follow my plan. Anyway, so then we go to the Ethereum integration that is coming, right? So this is going to change the game completely, because it's going to show people that they can transact with Ethereum with internet computer fees. Okay, in the bull market, Ethereum gas fees are anywhere from 60 to like 500, like a lot of money, right? So if you can do that for less than a penny, everybody's going to want to use Ethereum on the internet computer. It's going to be a no-brainer at all. So these are the things that are just going to bring people. The community fund rewards developers. The Definity Dev Grant program rewards developers. There's a community awards grant that rewards content creators. They have brought so much value to their community that it's like no other crypto out there at all. They literally had a plan for years before they implemented it, right? And so I just want to make something very clear that if anybody's saying, well, the Ethereum integration is keep getting pushed off. Well, look what happened with the Bitcoin one. They made sure that it worked properly. It came out, and I haven't heard of any issue with the Bitcoin integration. Now, if they would have came out early, there could have been some issues, right? So these are the things also that is going to really shape the way that we see blockchain, the way we see Web3, and the new internet, right? And people were resistant to the first internet as well. It took years and years and years, and everybody almost on Earth uses the internet now. And that's going to be the same way the blockchain is. Okay, let me go read some more of these questions here. Okay, social media platforms and the games. Games bring me back to the dial-up days. Flash Player. Oh, Flash Player. Wow. I remember the Newgrounds days. I don't remember those. They need an app on ICP that pulls and has links all across ICP ecosystem. They do. It's called Kinnick. So it doesn't give links to all of them, but it's a decentralized search engine, just like Google is type. So you can search across the ICP ecosystem for that. That's a very cool little thing. They just got approved for their DAO. So everything is actually pretty cool on the Internet Computer. If you do some searching, go to internetcomputer.org. You can see all the dApps deployed, or just go to Kinnick and search for your favorite one, right? At least the ones that are registered with Definity, right? On the internetcomputer.org. Like an ICP native search engine with all the games, all the apps. Yeah, that's Kinnick, bro, for sure. Twitter is going to be that one. I can feel it since Elon is at the helm and wants to go pro crypto. That CKF will be a big deal. So Twitter, just like everything, it needs constant attention by its developers. There's been some problems posting and some other things, but for the most part, I really do like crypto Twitter. I just think they need to fix some things like the spaces, and when you post tweets, they should post. That's where I have to say about that. But for the most part, I do really like crypto Twitter. It's really helped build my channel. It's really helped build my ICP Renegades NFT platform, which I have over there. You should go follow that. We're going to have our NFT collection coming up either at the end of July, early August. It's kind of got pushed out because I'm kind of making him do a lot of stuff. I don't know if he planned to have as many bikes. I said 27 at first, but we kind of got that down to about 10 or 15. And I think we're doing about 20 to 25 outfits. It's going to be 3.49 ICP for the public sale, 2.99 ICP for the whitelist. So if you want to get it for cheaper, these are going to go up because we had planned to do this in the bear market, right? So that we didn't launch at the top and then you guys, the bear market comes again and you just lose all the value of the NFT and have to hold for 4 years. So we plan on releasing it in the bear market, and then it'll go way up in value, right? So that's the plan. Then we have a demo that we're going to be making, and then a game, metaverse, all of that. So it's going to be really cool. Let's get back to some questions, and then we'll move back to the price. I mean, to be fair, they said the same thing about Google versus AOL and versus Yahoo. Yeah. And so there's just no other place that has things like the Internet Computer does that are free, right? So if you had an app or a dApp like Kinnick, right, on Ethereum, you would have to pay every single time that you looked up something. Like say you wanted to find a certain dApp, you look it up. Oh, got to plug in, got to pay a gas fee. It's like, no, man, what are you talking about? I'm just trying to search for something on Ethereum. So these are the things that you really need to think about when using and choosing your blockchain. And I'm not just telling you, oh, ICP is everything, but it's a pretty big part of the new crypto, right? Because Ethereum's biggest problem, ask anybody, is GUI, the gas fees. That's it. Other than that, it's really a fire crypto. You can make a lot of money in Ethereum. That's why it's integrating with ICP next. So when you look something up, do you say are going to what? Wait, what? When you look something up, do you say you are going to what? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Google is definitely the first thing you think on Web 2. The first thing I think of on ICP is Kinnick. So, and you might be able to find it on Google, but certain, dApps might be buried under a lot of other stuff, like if they have the same name, like back in the day, IC Market. I'm not even sure if that is still around. There were so many other IC markets that you couldn't really find it. So if you really need to search something on the internet computer, Kinnick is the way. Yeah, cycles are the best, man, because it just and the reverse, not just the reverse gas fee, but the internet computer gas fee, 0.0001 ICP, which is less than a penny. I mean, it's just too cheap. It's stupid cheap, right? So let's just get back to some price. I wanted to go over all that with you guys, and then we're going to call it a day. I do want to look at the 1 hour, and then we will look at the 30-minute as well. Let me just get rid of these here. And let's adjust this. Yeah, so we definitely have some sort of a descending triangle. That's testing the upside of that. We are above the RSI on the hour. So if we do go down, there should be support right here. We are about we'll just say 1.58 above that. So we're at 410. We were just at about 412, almost 413. We're going to need to get above 415 to move the upside. There's going to be another big pocket of resistance again at 420, 419. As you see back here, this part right here kind of had the same little thing we have going on up here, a small little W, but no volume. If we break this RSI, we are going to go back down to about $4.03. So we are above we are testing the EMA 9, and we are also below the EMA 21 on the hour. So these are the big things we need to get above. If we do, we will test 416. If we close below this and the RSI breaks, we will go back down to about $4. And then if this breaks down, then I'm thinking we're going to go probably back down to about 390 if we can't break out. And that is just because that is a low that we went to before. If we go back over here to the daily, which is right, let's see here, right here. And as you see, if I put a line here, it's the top over here. So this should be a nice little support level. If we break like $4 right here, which was an okay support level, we will go down to about 390. So 397 it says right there, but I think we would go a little bit lower, maybe 395, but somewhere between 390 and $4 is where we would go if we break out to the downside. If not, if we can get above 420, then we could see a 434 and then a possible 446. But we have a long ways to go to get to that. So I will do an update on this on Monday night. So, and I might make some shorts in the meantime to let you guys know what's going on with the price. If we have like a movement or if we do break down one of these levels, I will let you guys know. That way, you know what's going on with the price. I'm not ever trying to leave you guys high and dry, especially when it comes to the price. This is very important to me and to you guys as well, I know. Especially if internet computer can become a top 5 crypto. That means that every single one of us that hold internet computer, if it becomes a top 5 crypto, if you think about Bitcoin, with over a 500, $600 billion market cap, and Ethereum between 2 and 300 billion. And then you see ICP somewhere at about like 150, $200 billion. That is 100x from where we're at right now. So if we 100x, you're talking about a $400 ICP in the next bull market. That I'm thinking more towards 2029. Okay. So I think that we can at least get to 90 billion by the next bull market, maybe even more, depending on the SEC thing, depending on the Ethereum integration, depending on stuff built on there. And we hope to bring value with our Renegade collection. That's why I changed my name to Renegade over here, because it is going to be a multi-chain NFT. That would be really cool if we could, release ETH Renegades when they integrate with Ethereum, and that way you can use OpenSea, which is the Ethereum marketplace for NFTs, and then pay the internet computer fees on OpenSea, list our collection over there, and bring value not only to ICP but Ethereum as well. And not just my collection, but every single collection on the internet computer will have a back and forth highway. These are the things that are going to separate internet computer from every single other crypto. And that's why it's going to be a top 5, whether by 2025 or 2030. These things are fire. So I'm in for the long haul. Okay. Crypto Twitter itself would 1000x its usefulness if Twitter itself was hosted on ICP and not AWS. That's what I got to put that on there, because that is some good thinking right there, bro. I meant ICP is the next Google Tech. Oh, yeah. So the thing with Google Tech is it dominated the market, right? So ICP is not trying to just dominate the market, right? It isn't an ETH killer. It isn't a Solana killer, right? We actually are going to want each one of these platforms built on the internet computer. And what do I mean? With the ECDSA threshold signing, and that way they cannot be hacked, intruded, and all that stuff. And that is a good point, that it could become like the Google of blockchains, right? So that's definitely a huge point. A company that nobody really thinks about, that is revolutionizing transactions and the business of art. So I want to shout out my homeboy Guido Val. He just listed one of his NFT collections in a art gallery in Spain. There's a video on Twitter if you want to check it out. Look up a Guido Val. It's going to be one of his recent tweets. Definitely check that out. He has like cookies made with his IC Bucks NFTs on it. He put up real paintings of IC Bucks. This is the next step in NFTs, is digital, real digital goods, right? So it's something that you can use your phone, get like a screenshot of it, buy that IC Bucks right there, or even buy a painting off of the wall and own both of them, have the IC Bucks and the actual painting on your wall. These are the things that we need to understand about ICP that separate them from everything else. And the draw for Twitter to go to, like Twitter Picker over AWS would be CKF and CKBTC integrations. Twitter would be able to have its own token or DEX for people on platform. Well, that's all going to be up to Elon Musk. We need to get Elon Musk on board with ICP. I don't understand how he doesn't choose ICP with all of the amazing technology. He chooses like Dogecoin, which doesn't have really any utility. I know it's a cool meme coin and stuff, and I don't doubt the power of a community, right? But Elon Musk is a smart guy. He doesn't see ICP, then that's his fault. You know what I mean? So I bought Bitcoin before Elon Musk. Let's just say that. I bought it $8,000. He bought it, what, 32,000 or something like that. Let's just, I'm a little bit quicker on certain things than Elon Musk, and he's a lot quicker on everything else. But this is a fact that would be smart for Twitter to choose ICP, not to mention Twitter's deal with AWS. It's like 10 billion or something. Yeah, so that would also be way cheaper to run everything on ICP for Elon Musk. And, it already has tipping capabilities. You can also integrate ICP tip with Twitter as well, where you can tip in certain cryptos from your plug wallet. These are the things that are amazing about Twitter and ICP too. So not to mention Twitter's deal. Okay. I see people and crypto Twitter needs to start floating the idea. LOL. I see that as a big deal for ICP, the first major catalyst. So on Twitter, yes, the first major catalyst is plug tip. The second one, I agree, having it ran on ICP, it would be cheaper. It would bring value to ICP and Twitter at the same time. So, all right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP. Bye.